Hello mga ka-DG! Welcome to my YouTube channel. Last episode nga ay na-share ko sa inyo ang experience ko from day 1 up to day 5. If you're interested to know my daily Cebu trips, check link in bio. Pero if gusto mo summary of my Cebu trip, you're in right blog. Kaya tara let's explore Cebu in 15 minutes. First of all, look for an agency na mag-guide sa'yo all throughout your VK. Why? Because we're not familiar sa destination na ating pupuntahan. Iwas ligaw and budol. Plus factor nito ang convenience. Makakapagpahinga ka pa while on travel, lalo na sa mga malalayong places. And lastly, they know better places to go to. Sila ang mag-guide sa'yo sa travel mo, kaya much better if may travel agency ka. Not a paid advertisement, pero try nyo kontakin si Bohol Joiners and Private Tour. Sila ang aking travel agency and naging guide for my solo traveling. So let's move to my first day. Since I'm not a morning person and ayoko rin sa hustle, I book in advance a date of my tour. Afternoon 1 p.m. ako dumating sa Cebu and bus fee from airport to SM Cebu City is 50 pesos. Bale, I stayed in San Vida in front of SM para accessible sa lahat. Sa mall, transpo, ay madali rin makita. And yes, in-enjoy ko muna ang aking free time roaming the city alone. Pero if you're the person na ayaw magsayang ng oras, then choose your flight early in the morning na arrive at 6 or 7 a.m. para in case, diretso na kayo kaagad sa city tour ninyo. Second day, my city tour. Call time is 6 a.m. kasi may mga other peeps pang susunduin. As a solo and a joiner, this will be the setup kasi different agencies ito, then combining into group para makabuo sila ng isang van. Pero don't worry kasi ang van capacity naman ay max of 9, kaya hindi naman siya siksikan. So after nga ng sunduan, first of our destination is Sirao Garden. Garden literal siya with Instagrammable spots. This place is also called Little Amsterdam that has a colorful designs and flowers nito. And next na pupuntahan ninyo is Temple of Leia. Overview deck with some antiques inside the temple. Greek-inspired yung design ng temple at napakaraming antiques. After nga ng Temple of Leia is Taoist Temple. Pictures and videos is not allowed sa loob kaya wala ko masyadong vids. But this place is very beautiful and very calming. Bawal din kasi ang mag-ingay. Reminder to bring face mask kasi required upon entry. Free of charge nga lang pala dito. Afternoon and after lunch, sa French Lavier naman to try their foods and desserts. Masarap gelato nila dito by the way and good place for catching up or meet up. Next is Yap Santiago Ancestral House, one of the oldest house sa Cebu na open for visiting. Most are antiques din yung nandito and it's like bringing back to the past vibes yung aura niya. Ang sarap lang magpahinga dito. And after here, Magellan's Cross na. One of the attraction dito sa Cebu na dinadayo talaga. Katabi nito ang cathedral na pinupuntahan rin. And last attraction for our city tour, Fort San Pedro. Heritage location dito sa Cebu. It is also famous destination sa Cebu kasi built pa ito way back Spaniards era. And around 4 or 5 p.m., first day is done and traveling na papuntang hotel. Hotel accommodation is included rin sa binayaran ko, susulit na talaga. Hotel reveal, here. Good na siya for its pricing and hindi na rin siya pipitsugin. Day 2 and call time is 5 a.m. 5 a.m. kasi ang destination is Moalboal, Cebu na ang travel time is around 3 hours. Bale, may isang stopover to have your breakfast pero look at this, lechon. So heavy meal tayo for breakfast tuloy. After almost 3 hours of traveling, nakarating na kami sa Moalboal and dito kayo magta-turtle watching and sardines run. Plus na lang din dito yung snorkeling ninyo kasi marami ring fishes. Tour guide says, Ang spend nyo dito sa tour na to is 1 hour. Pero sa haba and very enjoyable, hindi nyo na mapapansin ang oras na it's like 2 hours ata kaming nasa dagat, palutang-lutang lang. Oh, by the way, bawal hawakan ng turtle kaya beware. Anyway, so may eksena kayo each na may underwater shot. Pero need nyo ng GoPro or any underwater camera. Nagpaparent naman sila dito for 700 pesos. Pero be madiskarte na lang and tag along sa mga kasama nyo para makalibre ka kasi sayang din naman 700, di ba? Pangkain na rin yun. Hehe. And after the turtle watching and sardines run, diretso naman na kayo sa isang site for canyoneering. Canyoneering is optional or depende rin sa travel agency ninyo. Pero if optional siya, you have to pay 2,100 for the overall experience. But I would say, sulit ang bayad nyo dito dahil sobrang enjoy nito and the tour guides are very accommodating and entertaining. Inclusion nito ang lunch, life vest, helmet, aqua shoes, and the tour guide. It's a 3 to 4 hours experience and medyo challenging, exhausting dahil sa akyatan like trekking and physical activity. Challenging din ito dahil isa-challenge ka nito to jump cliffs from cliffs kaya nakakataas talaga siya ng dugo. I mean ng endorphins. This is a must-try experience if you're here sa Mualboal. Kaya don't miss this experience and highly recommendable. You can check my previous blog for my whole experience in Mualboal. Just check link in bio. Alright, after sa Mualboal ay diretso na to Oslop, Cebu. Travel spent from Mualboal to Oslop is like 2 to 3 hours depende rin sa takbo. Around 7 PM na rin kami nakarating sa hotel namin kasi mga 5 PM na rin kami nakabiyahe. For the hotel, ito yung so-so lang na wala kang choice kasi konti lang din yung hotel accommodation dito. Dahil medyo remote area na rin ito. But it's okay dahil kasama rin naman ito sa tour package ko. Day 3, early in the morning at around 4 AM. Yes, you heard it right. 4 AM dahil it's Sunday and mostly this day daw maraming tourists and for us na hindi kami matagalan sa pila, mas sinagahan na namin. Early bird catches the worm, ika nga. We're here nga pala to witness the whale shark on our very own eyes. And this is not included pala sa tour, so you must pay 500 pesos. By 6 AM, nag-start na mag-roll call. 6:30 kami nung kami sumampa na sa boat and voila! Here's the Oslop's tourist attraction, the whale shark watching. Sobrang lalaki nila and nakaka-amaze. But don't worry kasi hindi naman to nang hila pababa. And they just here to eat and eat and eat. Piece of advice is to grab this opportunity to see them underwater. Huwag na magpa-eme-eme and magpa-bebe kasi sayang yung travel and binayad ninyo. 30 minutes attraction lang ito kaya go mo na. After nga nito ay breakfast na. Food stall are also available sa labas ng site kaya pwede kayo mag-breakfast after the whale shark watching. After nga ng whale shark, next destination is the Sumilon Island Sandbar and Marine Sanctuary. Unfortunately, di namin na-witness yung sandbar dahil high tide and maulan din. Kaya naligo na lang kami dito sa dagat. Pwede rin naman kayo mag-snorkeling dito and the marine life is very amazing too. Wala lang akong video pero pinapakita yun upon arrival ninyo kasi inaalok nila yung snorkeling sa mga tourists with their underwater videos. Kaya eto, nag-emote-emote na lang kami sa dagat, hehe. After the island tour, pupuntahan nyo naman ang Tumalog Falls, one of the highlight of your Cebu travel. The location and falls itself is very breathtaking. Sobrang ganda. Nag-o-offer din sila dito ng human drone for the best shot of yours. Ang tubig dito is natural from mountain, kaya naman sobrang lamig nito. Maraming spots din dito to take a good photo and all. So by 11 AM, we're traveling back na sa hotel to get dressed and luwas na to Cebu City. This is the last day of the tour by the way, pero along the way, marami pa rin kayong mapupuntahang tourist destination. 12 PM and we arrived sa Qualter Ruins na great spot for picture taking din. This is also built way back by Spaniards and di natapos ang construction because the Americans arrived at the location. Pero ang iniwan naman na unfinished building ay siya naman naging tourist attraction dito sa Oslob. After here, we travel lang around 10 minutes and stop by para mag-lunch kasi 2 to 3 hours travel time yung biyahe namin papunta sa next destination. The food is good and not pricey. So ayun nga, traveled for like 2 to 3 hours, narating na namin ang Simala Shrine. one of the miraculous church in the Philippines. Ang ganda rin ng construction ng simbahan dito and marami ring tourists and devotees dahil sa pinaniniwala ang mapanghimala and some others say na tumutupad ng mga kahilingan. So don't forget to pray for what truly desires of your heart. Next here is the Karkar Pasalubong Market. Pero before buying here, no. Huwag ka muna pala dito bumili dahil sa next destination ninyo, sa Tabuan Market, mas mura doon like dried mango, makakabili ka around 50 or 70 pesos. Kaya keep your money muna. But, hep, since I want to experience traveling alone nga, as in yung ako lang mag-isa without tour, it's on my plan na mag-travel back to Moalboal. Cause based on my research, maganda daw ang nightlife dito and marine life as well. Kaya naman sa Karkar, bumaba na ako at tumumulay na ako sa kanila. Okay, back to my travel agency muna. Bali, I paid 5,800 for my overall package. Inclusion nito ang city tour, Moalboal tour, Oslop tour, 2 nights accommodation, van transfer, and the tour guide. As a solo traveler, I would say na eto na yung great deal na nakita ko kasi mostly, hindi sila nag-accept ng solo traveler or yung one travel tour package. Ang madalas kong na-experience upon inquiry is always going back to the city after the tours and it's too hassle if back and forth pan travel. So choose wisely your travel agency ha. Anyway, going back to my solo travel going to Moalboal, ang sinakyan kong bus is Bato Barili and it costs 95 pesos for ordinary bus. 3 hours din ang biniyahe ko so nakarating ako ng Moalboal around 7 PM na rin. I'm communicating na rin sa host na pag-i-stayan ko para pagdating ko dun sa Moalboal ay hindi ako maliligaw at the same time meron sa akin magpipick up sa babaan papuntang resort. And finally, I arrived na sa hotel. Sunset Resort ako nagstay and I paid 2,300 for the one night staycation. Simple lang yung room and the resort but we'll show you later sa view para mas ma-appreciate nyo siya. So ayun na nga, here's the nightlife in Moalboal. Marami nga siyang bars and resto so ikaw na lang mamimili talaga kung saan mo gusto magstay to spend your night. May mga acoustic, chill vibes, party, live bands, name it. Kaya this is also a must try for party pips. So lahat nga ng open pang bars ay pinasok ko and drink some cocktails to experience lang kumbaga. Lakas nga ng trip ko nito kasi 1 cocktail per bar ang ginawa ko. Bar hopping in short. Cost of their cocktails is average of 80 pesos to 280. Depende sa cocktail. Parang rum coke lang atay nakita kong mura and it's in Chef Mao which is one of the famous lounge and bar here in Moalboal. Okay, day 4. Kinaumagahan nga ay bumangon ako ng maaga para sulitin ang araw. Sayang ang tukyaw, ibabangon tayo ng late. Hehe. Here's my morning view and the resort. Goods na rin siya for the amount I paid pero yun lang, hindi sila free breakfast. Ang breakfast nila is range of 150 to 200 pesos. What did I do here in resort? Beach, pool, and snorkeling. Super enjoy ako dito sa snorkeling kasi ang ganda rin ng underwater. Solo ko rin nga yung resort dito and walang ibang guest kaya kahit magtatumbling ako, walang mangingialam. They are offering for rent of life vest, snorkeling gear, fins, and tour guide as well. So lahat ng yon ay tinaray ko except the tour guide. So here's the view of the marine life here mismo sa tapat ng resort. No need to describe it kasi it shows naman na, di ba? And after ko nga here, 1 PM ay umalis na ako sa resort, going back to city. Pero as a person na ayaw nga ng hassle, syempre kumuha rin ako ng accommodation sa Cebu City on my own terms and for my confidence. Nakabalik ako ng city at around 5 PM past na rin. I spent my night in Mevesa Garden Residences, knowing na around IT Park lang siya. Pero isa prank kasi hindi siya kaya ng walking distance. So this time, hindi na rin ako nakagala and kumain lang sa labas, then bumalik na rin sa condo to take some rest. Day 5 and time to pack up cause it's my last day and flight going back to Manila. But before that, nagpahatid muna ulit ako sa SM Cebu City sa SM Travelers Lounge to leave my things there and para pumunta ng Tabuan Market to buy more pasalubong. So sa Travelers Lounge, you can leave your luggage there for only 50 pesos. So try to consider this for your plans at baka makatulong on your trip. Going back, pumunta nga ako ng Tabuan Market to buy pasalubong and yes, mas mura nga dito compare sa Karkar. Piece of advice, Sa labas na kayo bumili kasi upon checking in ang dried fish compare sa pinagbilan ko, mas mura sa labas kaya doon na lang kayo bumili sa bangke-bangketa. And that's my story of my Cebu solo travel. I hope it helps somehow to your plans and itinerary cause that's the goal. If you're in doubt going as a solo traveler, don't be. Cause after you tried it, you won't be afraid to explore the world by yourself. Besides, it's not bad at all kahit na mag-travel ka mag-isa. You will meet pa nga other good people that will eventually be your new friends. So, tuloy mo na yan, besh! And together, let's explore the Philippines solo or in group. Any recommendation episode, places you want me to visit, suggestion, please comment down below. And lastly, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gala updates. Thanks for watching!